Okay, everybody, I'm going to be making a roast butterflied leg of lamb. Here's the recipe, and I'll have the recipe in the description below. This is going to be done on the Traeger, so we're going to have everything set up and ready. We're going to do the marinade first, and then let it sit in the fridge overnight, and then we'll put it on the Traeger in the morning. So let's get the marinade all put together. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this cup right here, this measuring cup, and we're going to put everything inside of it. Okay, so one of the things that it says on making the marinade is we're going to cut this lemon into quarters, and then we're going to remove the seeds. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll quarter the lemon. Let's go ahead and do this. Doesn't look like there's any seeds in here, so we're good there. And then we're going to squeeze the lemons into this. You don't want to throw the rinds away. I'm going to keep them because they're going to come in handy in a little bit, and you'll see that. Okay, so this is the last quarter of the lemon. Make sure you wash the lemons really good, or any produce that you're using, just so that you know that they're really clean. Even though it says it's pre-washed, I always wash it anyway. Okay, so we squeezed that in there, and now we are going to add a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. So we're going to use a 1/4 cup, and we're going to use red wine vinegar. So 1/4 cup, put that in there, and we're going to do 4 cloves of garlic minced. So we're going to get that here in a minute. Now this is for the marinade, so I'm going to go ahead and take this garlic clove all apart, and I'm going to probably use all of it for the marinade. You can never have too much garlic. So I picked out a really nice, good looking one. I've already taken it apart a little bit here, so we'll get it all cleaned up and minced. Okay, so I've got all my garlic cleaned and everything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, and I'm going to put a bunch of my garlic in here. I'm not going to do them all because some of them, this is for the marinade, and so some of them what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut slits in the lamb, and I'm going to put some of the garlic in there. So this is for the marinade. So as you can see, what this is doing is it's slicing it. It's kind of pushing that on there. It's slicing. This is an item from Pampered Chef. Some of you that have purchased stuff from that probably are familiar with this item. I use it quite a bit. Okay, so I've got 4 nice cloves in there, sliced. I have these other cloves here that I'm going to use, that I'm going to dice up, and that's what I'm going to put inside the lamb. I'm going to cut slits in there and stuff those in there and everything. That'll add some good flavor too. Okay, so now for some spices. All right, so now we're going to use 2 tablespoons of minced fresh rosemary leaves, or 2 teaspoons of dried. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons. All right, we'll put that right like this. Sometimes easier said than done. going to have some good flavor. Okay, 2 tablespoons. For 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme, minced, or 1 teaspoon of dried. So we're going to use 1 teaspoon of thyme. It's almost like a miniature of rosemary. Okay, put that in there. Got my salt. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of salt. And then 1 teaspoon of freshly ground pepper. Okay, so now we're going to stir this until the salt crystals dissolve completely. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to do 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to whisk that in. Okay. All right, now we're going to go get our lamb here in a second. First of all, what I want to do is I want to cut this leftover garlic a little bit, cutting it in pretty good sized chunks. About that size. That way I can stuff that inside the lamb. Okay, so now I'm going to get the lamb out. This is a lamb leg, semi-boneless, and it is 6 pounds, 6.36 pounds. Okay, so that's what we're going to use there. So some of your lamb is actually wrapped in like a netting. This one is not. So I'm just going to take it out of the package and I'm going to clean it off, rinse it off really good. One of the things to remember too is this is the fat side of it. So that's going to go down on the grill. All right. This recipe here says to remove the netting from the lamb and put the lamb in a large resealable bag. So we're going to put this in a big bag here. But first I want to cut some slits in the lamb to put my garlic in. So we're going to do that. So here's my garlic. I'm gonna just go through and put some pretty good sized deep cuts in there. And then I'm gonna take my garlic, stuff it in there. This will help give it some good flavor. All right, that'll be good enough. So that's some good amount of garlic in there. Got that all pushed down in there pretty good. So now we're going to put the lamb into the bag, just like that. And now we're going to take our marinade mix. We'll stir that up a little bit more. So we're going to pour this in here. Ooh, that looks good. And then remember those lemon rinds? We're going to put those in there too. All That's why you want to make sure they're nice and clean. Okay, so I'm going to set this in here just to protect it. I'm going to make sure that all of that is nicely covered. You're going to leave that on there. You're going to seal this up. So I'm just going to tie it like this. So one of the things that it says is that you want to massage the bag to distribute all of the marinade. And you can refrigerate for either several hours or overnight. We're actually going to refrigerate it overnight. So we'll leave it in this bag overnight with the lemon rinds and with all the marinade and everything. All right, so now we'll continue our video in the morning.
The next morning.
Okay, this is the next morning. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We are going to get ready to clean the Traeger.
Good.
Yeah, put the lamb in that.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, I'll take it in and wash it. All good.
Brr. Are you videoing?
Mm-hmm.
For each time I use it, because it keeps the grease from building up. That's what causes fires in here. Plus, it just keeps it clean.
You've had this Traeger for a while, huh?
6 years, probably.
Yeah.
I always clean the fire pot out. Helps it start up with the new pellets that go in there.
Do you use that vacuum for anything else?
That vacuum's strictly for the Traeger.
Yep. Good deal.
Yep, and then see all this dust? Pellet dust. It's another reason I always vacuum it before I smoke something else. Because that pellet dust will blow around in the Traeger and get on your food. That's about all we're going to do until we get ready to add pellets and fire it up. But I always watch the pellets feed into the fire pod and make sure they catch fire. Then I'll put this over the top of it. Once I know it's going, then I'll put the drip pan back on, then the grates, and then we'll close the lid and let it get up to temperature. But I don't want to add the pellets that we're going to use until we're ready to fire it up because of the moisture. Once those pellets get moisture in them, they're just not going to burn properly. What's in the auger will be okay to get this started, and then by the time that burns out, we'll have new pellets in there, and it should take off and burn just fine. Trial and error. I've learned living in Washington and using the Traeger is a little different than living in California or living in Utah. because it's damper up here.
Okay, so we're gonna get the lamb out of the fridge. I'm gonna set it over here to let it come up to room temperature. Okay, now for a little bit of football. Yay! Okay, so now we're gonna take the lamb out of the bowl and we are going to put it in this rack. So one of the things that the directions said was to discard the marinade. It's going to basically do this, get rid of the lemon rinds, and it says to put it in there fat side down. So there's the fat side. I'm going to go fat side down. And we're just going to let that finish getting up to room temperature. Okay, so Rob just put the meat thermometer in the lamb with his trusty Traeger wood pellet grill thermometer. So this is actually going to sit outside of the Traeger so that he can see what the temperature is in there without having to open the lid all the time to use a meat thermometer. Then he's also got a thermometer that sits inside the Traeger so it can help regulate the temperature of the Traeger itself. Doesn't that look good? Look at all that. Yum.
Okay, let me go get my pellets.
So we are using Signature Blend pellets. Maple, cherry, artisanal, hardwood blend. I'm probably not even pronouncing that right.
I don't want to fill it up until we get this going.
Okay. Okay. So those are the previous pellets.
Basically right now the fire pod's filling up with some pellets and starting to smoke. Eventually they're going to ignite.
Boy, if you can only smell it. It's really trying.
It might take, that's a lot of pellets.
Right. You can almost roast marshmallows on that.
Now we're going to let that get up to 225.
Okay.
As soon as that gets up to 225, we'll put the lamb in there.
So Rob's gonna
Hey,
cook
guys.
the lamb now because our Traeger temperature has gone up. Lamb's been sitting out, going up to room temperature for the last hour.
Lift the grill, the lid. So right now it's internally 42 degrees.
Okay.
I want to get a picture of it from my album. Got it?
So we're just going to do it at 225.
So we get the internal temperature that we want.
Okay. And the internal temperature that we want for,
140, 145.
okay, and that's for medium.
Medium to medium well.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sounds
so we
good.
put that in at 1055.
Okay.
We'll just pay attention to the temperature.
Yeah. And we'll be able to see that go up when the meat starts getting warm. Now they're going to watch some more game. Yay! Okay, so we're going to go out and look at it again.
It's 100 degrees.
Oh. Nice.
Need to do this quick. So,
Okay.
ready?
Yep. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay. Okay, gonna check the temperature again. 119 on the meat. 222 is holding steady on the Traeger. I'm gonna add some sliced onion all over. God, this is looking so good. Yep, I'm just gonna add some of the sliced onion in here. All right, looking beautiful.
Yeah, see, it's 132 degrees right now.
That looks good.
It's about 130.
About 130? Okay. So 139 on the temp there. So we're going to get ready to pull the lamb.
It's 141.
141. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that looks really good.
So, come this way,
Okay.
right up to the bone.
Okay. Yeah, that looks really good. And the garlic stuffed down into there. Nice. Alright, so here's our Thanksgiving 2024 meal. We made roast lamb with garlic, rosemary, thyme, and onions in there. It has olive oil and red wine vinegar in it. Cornbread stuffing. Yeah. Sweet potatoes with marshmallows. Little red potatoes and garlic cloves. Homemade cranberry sauce. Gravy, turkey gravy, and mashed potatoes. Yep. We made a good dinner, hon.
You did. Better eat before it's cold.
All right, okay. And this is what my plate looks like. Yum. Bon appetit. So the lamb turned out really tender. It's almost like a prime rib tender. Very good. Very good.